Hi, it's Dorothy Guining with Scrapbooking Quebec. In this video, I'll give you step-by-step instructions on how to pimp a classic 4-photo page design. Measurements for photos and page parts will be written on the screen. Now you can make this project in about 30 minutes, and mostly you're going to be using scraps. So what you'll need in addition to the photos are some cardstock, some printed paper in a few different prints, something to create a title, as well as embellishments. And what you see on the screen right now is a classic placement for 4 photos when 3 are horizontal and 1 is vertical. As you can see, I made photo mats in advance, and the first thing I'm going to do is create a very narrow border on the right hand side of the page. Now I'm going to do that with 2 strips of paper, and together they're going to measure about a 1/4 inch wide. Very, very narrow. And once that is adhered to the right hand side of the page, then I'm going to trim the paper so that it measures 12 inches. I'm doing that afterwards because that gives me a little bit of flexibility when I'm adhering the border to the right hand side of the page. If I want to make it a bit larger, that way I can adjust. The next step is to create a layered photo mat underneath the vertical photo. Now this is going to be your focal point, and what I'm using are 3 different scraps of paper. Now I will put measurements on the screen for what I'm using, and you can follow what I'm doing on the screen to adhere it behind the photo, but keep in mind that you can do this with whatever size scraps you want. I'm just putting measurements there to make it easy to get you started. So I'm simply adhering these 3 scraps together before adhering the photo to this layered photo mat, and you'll notice that one of them is a banner. So what I did for that was, it's a 2-inch strip of paper, and I have a banner punch by Stampin Up, so I simply snipped the end of it with the banner punch. However, if you don't have a banner punch, simply snip it with scissors. And now it's time to add the journaling. Now I did my journaling in advance, and I'm going to add a frame around the journaling. Now what you could easily do is simply add a photo mat behind the journaling. That striped paper is one of the papers in the border on the right hand side. What you see me doing is creating a frame with the rectangle stitched dies from Stampin Up. They're just a tool that I've been using a lot lately because it's new and I'm having a lot of fun with it. It basically cuts out rectangles and embosses stitching around the edge. So they're nesting dies, so you can put one inside the other and create really nice frames. So that's what I did here. But if you don't have that, just make a photo mat behind your journaling. So now what I'm going to do is tuck that in behind my photo cluster a little bit towards the top, and now I have a really layered cluster happening. So for a very classic photo placement on a page, already it's taking shape. Now what I'm going to do is play with some decorations. Now I made these with my Big Shot and some dies from Stampin Up. All tools and products I'm using are listed in the description box below this video. I also want to point out that I've made this page design with store-bought ephemera. So simply layer up some decorations in and behind your photo cluster. Now I put that mostly towards the top, and later on I'll add another one towards the bottom. Now what I'm going to do is adhere my title towards the top of the page, and I start adhering it, but you'll notice I turn off my video and then I turn it back on when I'm almost finished, just because I was fussing too long with these letters. They are thickers and they're foam. They adhere very well, but they're also very flexible, so I needed to concentrate a bit more, and I didn't want to bore you. So there you go, my title is down, and the only thing I'm going to do now is adhere that butterfly somewhere on the page, and I end up doing it in the bottom right hand corner of that photo, so it's like the butterflies are fluttering up across the page, and that's it. So easy. I'm going to show you another page I did. You'll notice the photos are on the other side, but a lot of the elements are really very much the same. Instead of a banner, there is a tag behind the photo. The title goes around the side of the photo instead of on the top. Anyway, it's a very easy page to do. I hope you try it. It's very effective, and you can also document 4 entire photos on this page. So thank you so much for watching. I greatly appreciate you watching it all the way to the end. If you like this video, please let me know. Give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to Scrapbooking Quebec. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.